Do you think that, for you, from your point of view, it's better to stay with family or to stay in your own accommodation, like rent an apartment?
For certain comforts, it's good to stay with family. Food. Food is number one, because I can't cook local dishes. And it's expensive to make lasagna over here. Very.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those little comforts, having people familiar around you, that's nice. But we're geared in London to move into kind of a place of independence when you get to a certain age. You just become more independent, and your independence is actually taken away when you're with family here. Because independence doesn't come in Ghana until you're married, and even that is not actually independence.
Yeah. Because then your husband takes on the dependency. And
exactly. Yeah. That's when your mum stops talking to you about what you're doing, because you're someone else's problem now, right? And that's what it is. So my uncle asked me this the other day, and I said to him, since moving from my grandma's to his house, I said, well, if I come back again, I would have to be in my own flat, hopefully Villaggio Vista, at $5,000 US a month.
Crazy.
Because that's what I expect of my life at this moment.
What did you love about Ghana? What did you love about your time here?
I love the freedom in Ghana. You can do almost anything. It just, you don't have to worry about if I park here, is there a traffic warden that I need to plead? I don't drive yet, but my mum often gets tickets. So yeah, the little things like that. You don't always have to feel like you're being watched, or you have to conform to something. You just be yourself and make things happen. Call someone, be polite. What I really love, especially in my first job here, is there's in certain organizations, especially the locally owned organizations, there's a stronger emphasis on family. So there's an understanding of when you need to take that time for your family. I think some other companies, the one we were working at, expect your time
to be their time. Yeah.
So they are paramount in your life.
Yeah.
And then everything else should fit around that. And and I don't do that. I don't think that's how we're brought up. That's not our culture. Our culture is to put family first and build strong relationships with people.
Yeah.
So I actually really appreciate that from working at a local firm.
If you're saying like you loved the freedom, you can achieve anything in Ghana, all of it, why are you leaving? What hindered you from being where you expected to be now?
Number one, I kind of move with emotion. So the first thing I'd say is I'm leaving because I just started waking up and not loving it as much. Little things did start to grow into big things. I'm tired of the struggle with the taxi drivers every single time. It's just, I'm tired of Dumso. Not everyone's always reliable. And you want to get things done today, tomorrow, and it's not going to get done till the next day or the day after or the week after or month if you're unlucky. You can literally say to someone, are you coming? They say they're 5 minutes down the road, and you will not see them for So, and then you're like, in your head, you're like, you feel stagnant at that moment in time because everything you intended to do in that time
it's all messed up.
Exactly. It never got done. And if that happens too many times, it begins to really eat upon you. Then it's like, well, what's the point in having the ability to do everything
when you can't, because everything else there's
it's
a
just
roadblock.
It's just not fitting in place as it should be. So I think that's kind of what was pushing me. And I did some freelancing stuff, and Ghanaians want you to, they never really want to pay for anything. That's one thing. They just never.
I think because Ghana is so much who you know. You get this because of who you know. It then comes to when you have a service to provide, it's, well, I know you, so give it to me for free.
Exactly, yeah. Most of my first kind of people that I interacted with, I had personal relationships with, or long-term, long-standing working relationships. And so it was like, oh, I hope, we will do this as a favor. And I'm like, well, I need to eat.
Yeah.
And you need to eat.
But
you got to eat.
So if you need a favor, come back to me, and that's all I can do for you.
Exactly, but right now I need to eat.
Yeah. You're going back to London?
I'm going back to London.
What did you miss about London?
The Queen. Hi. No, I didn't miss the Queen.
Do you even know the Queen?
She's my dog. I missed, first and foremost, my friends. Not to say I haven't got friends here, but people, you can really value the people who've known you since you were 16, 15, and who've really seen you grow as a human being. And you sometimes need that. And Skype doesn't quite give
right?
that. Exactly. So I miss my friends to be the first one. And I also kind of missed knowing what to expect. So 2 weeks is 2 weeks in the UK. And if it's not 2 weeks, then I can sue you. I kind of have a good understanding of the system there. I felt also that I wanted to start earning sterling, because it's not expensive to live here, but I just wanted to. It can be. It can be, especially if you're trying to maintain certain lifestyle.
And I don't even think it's that us trying to maintain a certain lifestyle, because we're not eating at all these expensive places. It's not even that.
No.
At the end of the day, getting £400 a month or £200 a month, well, that'd be 1,000 cities, 2,000 cities. It can be expensive, especially if you've got stuff to do. You want to save. It's expensive.
That's the thing.
And
also,
we're not just here because we just want to use our wages and that's how we're going to live. If that was the case, that would work. You would have 1,000 cities to spend doing nothing. But you're trying to live here. You're trying to achieve something. Just like you was in London, you would be saving. You would be doing this. You would be doing that.
Yeah.
But you can't do that here because it can be quite expensive.
That's the thing. Like, I was saying, like, our whole family kind of agenda is to build a house here. I mean, you're not doing on 1,000 cities.
Thank you. Like, how many bags of cement could you even buy with that? Not many. Like,
Charlie, when the mason comes and quotes you his price, the thousands, I've easily spent 1,000 or more on like one side of the wall on our land. It doesn't really go anywhere. So the sterling will really help to get the projects done.
Is left for you now. Like, you're going back to London when?
I'm going back to London in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Yeah,
so what is
Saturday.
your plan for when you get back?
So when I get back, then I've already started looking for jobs over there, but because I'm not there to do a lot of interviews, a few have slipped through the fingers. So when I get there, then I look for a job within the kind of perhaps local government. I want to start using my degree and being within my field and building that personality.
And being respected for the level of education and what you can offer.
Yes. I love it. You're just less diplomatic than me.
Your level of education, what you can offer, and then, certain managers talk to you and treat you like...
Yeah, like you're nobody, exactly. They don't cut you as much slack as they were willing to cut a lot of other people. Join me, Larissa. Join me.
That might come sooner than you think. Lord have mercy.
You might as well.
So are you still blogging?
I am. I'm still blogging because I still love Ghana. Not as much as I did before.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. So,
Do you see yourself coming back, like giving it another go?
I obviously come back for holidays. I've still got my family here.
We've lost another one. We've lost another one that's come, and now they're just heading back.
Yeah, and you have to understand at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things I thought I would do here that I actually have done.
Okay.
I wanted to live with my grandmother because I didn't grow up with her.
Yeah.
And I've done that now. I can say I've lived with my grandma for 2 years. I wanted to learn a bit of Twi. And I'm not perfect. The taxi drivers still laugh at me and charge me a bit more. But I kind of understand them. So I kind of have done that as well. I wanted to work with that think tank, and I did that. I wanted to work with a multinational, and I did that. Might not have been the best one, but I've done it. So it's not been a failure. And
no, I definitely don't think that you have failed.
Yeah.
You've done what you came to do, and now it's time to move on.
And all chapters end.
Yes, they do. But I want to know if the Ghana chapter would ever we would ever read that chapter again.
For now, no. I think I want to get settled down into the UK, and I don't feel any urge to buy a return ticket. But
okay,
let's see
what happens.
What happens? Only God knows.
Excellent. Thank you, Charlene. Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
Come to Ghana.
Yeah. So I'll put Charlene's details below if you ever want to get in contact with her and answer her some questions as well. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.